sorry. Now it's streaming. Yeah. Oh, good thing. Oh, yeah. I had it set up, but for some reason when I restarted it, so it should be good now.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, kind of important point. Is it working now?
I'm waiting for folks in the chat. No, it's not.
It's not?
Apparently, it's not. No.
What? It's now fixed. Okay. Max is saying fixed.
All right.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry. I did have it set up and then suddenly it had muted system audio again. Anyways, yes, as I said, a lot of people I think have kind of thought about how cool this could be, but it's kind of how do you approach it? But you actually did make it work, and you also have this really great insight and understanding of building a really good UI for it. So like if I were to implement something like this, maybe technically I could like do something, but I would never be able to like create the UI that you created and the experience you created. So that's why I'd love to.
That's not true. I've seen your work. You're just being humble now.
I have to say it's not as polished as your stuff, that's for sure. But maybe I can help with some of the under the hood stuff to make that easier for you to work on, because it's like manipulating code is really difficult. So but I found this project which I've been using, which is Amazeballs. It's basically, the way I think about it is that it's like jQuery for abstract syntax trees. Because abstract syntax trees is typically manipulated by like visiting nodes, and it's like immutable. And you have to point to a lot of stuff all the time and a bunch of ifs, and it's just really tricky to work with. But here it's basically you do, yeah, we're going to look at it, but basically it's, do you use Yarn or NPM?
Yarn.
Okay. It's just like you say in this file, give me a class with this name. And then you just get that class, and then you can just do stuff to it. Give me the properties, and then yeah, it's like very straightforward. And so then under the hood, it does the immutable stuff.
So it crawls your AST and basically just like checks for each, like you would do in a documentary. Interesting. Yeah. Like, I mean, we'll see my current implementation, which is like literally like go through every node possible and find the node that I'm looking for. And that code is like, it's one of the more fragile pieces.
Yeah.
But if I do anything wrong, the whole thing just breaks.
Why the hell is it giving me permission denied?
What is it? No.
And why does it do it on the Yarn?
I think it's trying to install the dependency. Which is, okay, the most common thing is I fuck up the, do you swear on your stream? Is when I screw up the package.json version and they're not in sync because it's a mono repo.
Yeah, but maybe we can just.
Yeah, you can also fix that right here.
Just install. No, I can't do it there right now.
Can you zoom in a little?
Oh, yeah. On the terminal or on the whole thing?
Yeah, on the terminal. Actually, the whole thing works great. Permanently added this stuff. Oh yeah, so it's trying to, you're cloning the UI Devtools repo, right? And it's trying to get the Tailwind thing from GitHub instead of using the local one, which means there is a UDevTools/Tailwind dependency that doesn't match in the workspace.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I screw this up like once every 3-4 releases. Let me see, which one is it? Package.json. Sat. Okay, so in the repo, can you look for this dependency, UI Devtools Railgun? Packages.
You mean here?
I mean, like the VS, yeah, so just one layer up. If you do search in folder,
Oh, here?
the VS Code thing. Yes, find in folder. Yeah, and just put the dependency name. Yeah, now we should see like, and if you filter it only on package JSONs.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
you can also, I think, put a quote somewhere.
Can I do like star?
Yeah, I think you can do star. Yeah, I think that works.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so 5.8, 5.8, 5.8. This one, DevTools view depends on production version. So the second one.
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
yes, one. So this one is trying to get it from GitHub instead of locals. If you make it the same, 5.2, 5.8.
Oh, okay.
Should be good.
Like this?
Yes. So now if you run it, it should solve the local Yarn workspace version, I think.
Oh.
Of course.
I have used, I think I have.
I do this like once a day where like code sandbox is node 10 and this is node 12 and I keep
oh my god. There we go. There we go. Okay.
I'm also gonna commit that.
Okay, so we have this is the server. And this is like running in the background, and then the runtime dev tool is using like WebSockets or just HTTP.
HTTP.
Yeah, to get and post information.
Yep.
Yes, and then when you do, yeah, so this is where you post, like if you change a class, you post to this, and then you run this JS code shift.
Yes.
And what you pass in here is the path to the file, the line number, and the class name. Yeah, because you want to toggle the class name on the property.
Yeah, so this one is like the new class name. So it's a overwrite instead of like a replace.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, JS code shift is the code mod tool from Facebook.
Cool. Okay, so if we yarn add TS-MORPH here instead, I'm a little bit unsure related to, because you're depending on line number here. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe it's better to have some other identifier, but no matter, let's try to reuse the line number first. So the way TS-MORPH works, I need the documentation. Is that you basically create a project. So let's just do that. And that project it acts as kind of like well, what should I say, like a root for well, it acts as a project really. So you set up like general options for all the files you're going to load. And then when you actually want to load a file, and there are different ways to do this. And I guess we don't really care about TypeScript right now. Let's see, where is loading files? Adding source files. There are different ways to do it. You can do it by, let's see, from the config. But what I do is I do it from the path. So we already have the path. So we should be able to grab the source file by basically like giving it a path.
Nice.
And what's a little bit trickier is that, well, not tricky, but it caches the file, I think. So if you already have the file as, oh, sorry, I guess that's only relate. Yeah. So if you load the file here, it caches it. So if you manually like change it, not through this tool, but you manually change it in the file system, it doesn't sync it unless you actually ask for it. But that's not like a big thing. Do we have any? Yes, we have some typing. That's good.
Okay, that's good.
So here you kind of see what I mean by jQuery. Now you have that file and you can just add a class to it. And you don't add it like you produce all the different parts. You just say add class, and then you have this option thing where you can say, oh, yeah, it's abstract, true, for example. And the name should be blah. And then it just writes this out for you, which is super nice. And then you can just keep doing this. So this looks like it mutates the thing, and it kind of does, but under the hood, it does it the right way. So you don't have to. So this is kind of like Immer. Maybe Immer is a better example.
Yeah.
So Immer looks mutable, but it's immutable under the hood. And it's, so it's basically Immer for abstract syntax trees. Yeah, that's a much better comparison.
And does it then have like a commit phase? Like you make these changes and then you say sync them to the file?
Yes, exactly. So then you say save, sync, I think. Yeah, something like that. So what we could try to do is to try and find the thing, like the class name. And I guess maybe we can try to find, I wonder if there is anything related to line number. Like line and column.
You have get line and column at position, which is pretty cool. Because I have the option of like either saving the line number or saving the line and column position together.
Yeah, because this would be, And
I think the view implementation actually works with position instead of line numbers.
Okay. Yeah, because I wonder what you can do with this. Line and column. Like, can you just manipulate this directly? Isn't this kind of weird that you pass in the line and the column? Oh no, sorry. Position is a single number. Sorry, I was looking at the result. Yeah.
Oh, but it takes an object of line and column. That's cool. So you could just make column 0 and give the line that we already have.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fun.
But the question now is like, we are like, it parses all of this into actual nodes. So the question is like, would it be possible to like express, okay, I have this line number. Find me the like a JSX property name, class name on this line. That would be interesting.
I think it's more like find the node, find the JSX opening node at this line. And then if it has a class name, then replace it. If it doesn't, then add a prop with class name.
And I think we can revert it. So we can just ask, give me all the JSX opening tags, and then we can look at what line number it is on. I think that's metadata on the node. So let's see if we can get some JSX stuff out of this. let's just is there anything JSX like here?
What's the query selector method here?
You can do like is it get descendants, I think. Yeah, so then you can like if you do get descendants, or is it a callback? No, sorry, that's all of them. You can say get descendants by type or something of kind.
Okay.
So we could maybe say something like maybe a kind is like an opening JSX thing or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have kind, and then kind equals, and I think kind is like oh my god, it's like oh yeah, of course we're not in TypeScript. TS syntax kind.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need, I guess we actually need, I'm not sure if we can, if TS-MORPH has its own syntax kind, like you can use, I think maybe you need to use types. Oh, we can use TS. Ah, nice. I think syntax, yeah, woo.
Perfect. And the JSX opening element, perfect.
Opening, yeah. Ah,
that is impressive.
Yeah, right? It's really nice.
Do you know how I wrote like the transform with the because like JS code shift expects like a Babel transform, like closer to a Babel transform. And it's so rare, like code mods are so rare that I effectively like I searched for code mods on GitHub, read through other people's code to figure out like what is the exact thing that I'm looking for.
Yeah, and that's and that's the really tricky thing, is that it's so low level that is really hard to, especially when you start, like how should I even approach this? Well, when you have an API like this, it's more, you just saw what we did now. We were reasoning, how can we grab this element? Which is it's
the fact that
really
it has types is like I'm already like half blown away, because that's like, if you don't know anything about ASTs, this is the way to learn it, right? You just go to like, what are the syntax kinds, and then you can read through them.
That's amazing. We didn't even look at the documentation here, which is also this was a really good demo for how powerful like typing can be when you need to do stuff like this. But so I think like if we have an opening element, I think here we have get line number, so we can check the line. Oh, this is so interesting, and we can even like throw a filter on this thing. Or we can even do like find. Element get line
number, get start line number. That's perfect.
Equals line number.
I think you'll have to like parse int that line number.
Oh, okay. I usually do this.
Sure.
I don't know. There are probably situations where that's not good. Anyways, it's not decimals, at least line numbers. So
it's just a number encoded over the network.
So now we should have like an opening element, and like we should check if it's actually there, but And now I think it knows that this is, I'm a little bit unsure if it knows this is,
it doesn't know what node is it?
We kind of have to tell it. Like if we were actually writing TypeScript here, we would actually give it the correct type. I wonder if there's a way we can like get the typing for it. Because we kind of need to, I think there are like specific methods for that type of element. But maybe if we just
like
do
rename the file to TS.
Oh wait, I know.
Why
There
not?
is actually where do they have those? Is it called node? You can actually check. You can say like node is. Oh, let me check I have my other project here where I'm doing this stuff. Is node. Node, and I think TypeScript will. So we can say is opening.
Is opening expression?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that should, like, if this was TypeScript, it would type it correctly. We can check now. Yeah, cool. Now we get the correct typing for it. Yeah, and what's also like really powerful about this is if, for example, if I was adding a property to a class, and I wanted to add a type to that, I didn't have to actually create the type node. I could just write it as text. So whenever you want to manipulate something, you can use a lot of like plain text because you translate that into actual nodes.
Okay, that is wild.
Yeah, that is super, super awesome. Can
we do like a get prop or something?
Yeah.
Or get attribute, I imagine. Like...
Yes.
Okay.
And we can just say class name.
Yeah.
Class name. And then we can say class name. Yeah, so that's interesting. Like, because even if you have like the attribute, you don't know how it's express. Like, what I mean is like, is it a string or is it an expression and stuff like that? But that's kind of, because that's really, really difficult to deal with. But at least here I think you have a chance to deal with it. Because if it's an expression, you can still go quite easily into that expression, figure out what part of that expression is a string, and then you can toggle it there. But yeah, let's make the assumption that it's just a string.
Okay. I guess then you just have like a replace. I saw a replace with text. There you go.
Yeah.
Replace with text. And then class name is already text.
Yeah, because this, I guess we need get the existing text first.
No, because the class name that I pass is the one to override. Like it's already merged.
Oh yeah, but this kind of what you get back here is the object that represents like the attribute and its value.
Oh, you can't replace it and expect the node to change.
Exactly. So this doesn't. This object here doesn't. It probably has some property that points to the value of class name. So that's kind of what I want to find first, because that should be here somewhere. I think they call it like initializer or something. Yes, here you have get initializer. Yeah, there it is, get initializer. So it's kind of like doing like class name equals foo. That is kind of like class name foo, right? And the part over here, this is what I call the initializer. And it will be the same for a class, like foo, class name equals foo. The initializer would be like, foo is the initializer, I think.
Okay.
So when we have the initializer, we, let's call it initializer. Then we can start figuring out what is the actual value of class name, I think. Oh, it's any. Yeah, because it can be any. Yeah, so this is a good point. So what we can do, which I have used a lot, is the AST Explorer. And this gives you so much good stuff. So if we say that we want to change the class name of this thing, we can just click it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, now this is, yeah, that's a good point. It might be a closing element, actually. It's not only opening. Because if you do like the shorthand, it becomes a closing.
No, but it's still an opening element, which is self-closing.
Yeah, but you see here, it says, oh, self-closing. Oh, sorry, self-closing element. Okay, yeah, sorry.
But okay, so self-closing is a instance of opening. So when you search for like opening element, it will catch both.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the AST is supposed to catch, like,
okay.
include both. So I imagine TS-MORPH also follows the same.
Okay, so we have attributes here. And then we have, oh, this is interesting. Oh, so attributes, oh, sorry, attributes is not the properties. Attributes is, yeah, what is attributes? JSX attribute.
JSX attributes are like props.
Yeah, but properties? What does properties point to here? Oh, okay. So what the hell? Because this is...
It's a properties is an array of JSX attributes. And then that has a name and maybe a value.
Okay, yeah. So get attribute probably, yeah, goes through this, its properties, tries to find a JSX attribute with the name of class name. So we do get this JSX attribute back.
Oh, I see your initializer as well there.
Yeah, so yeah, so class name should now be a JSX attribute. Yeah, it says JSX attribute like. I guess that's okay. And then we have, here's the initializer, and it's a string literal. So we can do like node is string literal. Initializer.
This one function, which is like the assertion,
yeah,
is like half the work I do.
Yeah, exactly. And the way this is written in TypeScript, it's kind of interesting. I never found, I found this in the code base once, and I had a hard time finding the documentation. But you can do like, this is how it actually works. Value is number. That's how you express it, validate with TypeScript. And then you say like, you actually do check type of value equals number. But then it will, when you use is number with an if like this, then it infers that, okay, now what you passed into is number is now a number inside this thing.
Interesting.
So
you're saying even in like static code check, it will start telling you if this is never going to be true?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if it, exactly. So if you, yeah, exactly. So if you actually pass like a string there, and it actually knows that it can't be a string.
It's like if the value, the value is going to be Boolean, and you pass it to is string literal, it can tell you that this can never be a string.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yes.
But our initializer, I think, is any, so I think that's fair play.
Okay, so the string literal has the text foo. So this is where we can say like replace text or something. Or is there like a text thing? Get text. Well, we need the text at least, because that's the class names. And then we want to toggle our whatever's passed in. Oh, should class.
I think we just want to replace the whole thing.
Oh, it's the whole class name. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Of
so
course.
If it's a string literal, then you can safely replace the whole thing.
Yeah.
If it's an expression, then I bail out because I don't know how to deal with it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Replace with text. Okay, nice.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so this should work.
Yeah. I can also do validation here, which is so good. I think if you scroll down, you'll see how I do validation right now. Yes. Yeah, I look at I fire the JS code shift code mod. And if the response is okay, then I know it worked. And if it fails, then I know it was like an expression or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is no, it's not meant to be run programmatically like this. So it doesn't actually communicate errors back.
Yeah.
So you comment this whole part. Yes. I think you wouldn't get a response here. So I think that we can code there, which is if it was a string literal, then we can set it to like it worked.
Yeah. Maybe we can just put the whole thing in.
Yeah.
Try catch and then. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you create the, yeah. So maybe we can just create a response and then we'll populate it the same way, just to kind of. So this would mean response. Is it okay? True? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, David K. Piano would be so angry with you with having these states.
But this is not me, right? This is the JS code shift.
Oh,
this is what you get as a response.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blame. He will be angry with them though.
Yeah, I mean that API is like as imperative as it gets because it is an imperative tool. What do I do with this response? I'm actually not sure if I even use it. Wait, I think yeah. There's probably like one key over there that I care about, and the rest is like you don't have to pass. Let's see.
How would we? Oh, yeah, this will be a little bit messy, but this is. We just have to. Is the error an actual error? Don't print.
No.
No, it's just a true.
Okay, so the only thing I care about is data.error. So the response that you're sending, if it has an error, then I show it. Otherwise, I do nothing. So like the okay and no change are kind of useless there.
Okay. Okay. And then if we just catch this, then we'll also say it's an error. So now the response will be okay if it actually worked. And we actually have to write it to the source file, save, sync.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so what's kind of fun now is if we try to run it first and just see if it works.
Yeah.
And then it probably won't, but at least then we can write some console logs and see if we can actually make it work. That would be so fun.
Can you catch the errors so that we can see what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Because like I would never code like this. Like I run every step of the way because I have no confidence if anything will work.
But you know, that's the kind of the cool thing about talking about typing as well. You actually gain that confidence of coding for like 30 minutes. And it has happened, I think one time I coded for 30 minutes and it actually worked after that. I'm not saying I was covering all the use cases, but at least the happy path was working.
But like no errors along the way.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah, but that's like I'm 37 soon and it's happened once. Okay, how do we run this thing, Sid?
So to run just this script, you just say node index.
Mm-hmm. Oh, am I in? Oh, no,
Yeah,
I'm
so
in.
you gotta go to server and run it inside.
Oh,
now we're in development mode. Okay, and to actually see anything happening, we'll have to run the example. So there is a example folder outside this, outside of DevTools.
mm-hmm. Is it package or?
Yeah,
No.
it's a package.
Yeah. Example.
Let's see which one. Example. Yeah, let's just run that one. So you run yarn start. It's a create React app.
Oh.
Okay, something wrong. Oh, sorry. Did we
Build it?
change? Yeah, you can actually just do yarn build. Okay. That should be cool.
Oh my God, like the fan on my computer goes up, up, up. Do we see? Yeah, I guess it's connected.
Yeah. Can you switch the example to a more basic example? Because I think this one has a bunch of expressions. So if you go to example/index.
Oh, here.
Oh no, sorry, in the code. But
oh,
yeah,
sorry.
having a route would be useful. So example source index, yep. And then change the third line from the top. Example slash, yeah, card is a simple one.
Cool. Oh, and I stopped it. Oh.
I'm gonna like contrast the Babel transform and the TS-MORPH side by side, just to show you the amount of random wild things that I have to check.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So this is the, yeah. So yeah, this is, yeah, that's a really good point. So the stuff we wrote here, given that it actually works, does what all of this stuff does.
Yes. My favorite part is how do you add a new attribute? You have to like create a attribute expression container string literal and put the text inside it.
Yeah.
Right. And here I think we've just done.
Yeah. So
we haven't added a new one, but yeah.
We could do like opening element. So if it doesn't find class name, we could probably say add attribute class name. And that's all we need to do.
That's messed up. That is cheating.
Okay. And now should I try to change something?
Sure.
Like text.
No.
No.
Okay, that's the generic it failed error.
Is that here?
Yeah. If you get error is equal to true, then I throw that. We probably didn't understand what the expression was.
Oh yeah, there we have it. Oh, it's way down on my screen. I didn't see it. Error changing. Yeah, exactly.
But that's not this error. We didn't actually get.
Yeah, so we didn't get an actual error, so it actually meets something here. So maybe we should just console log to see if we actually opening element. Yeah, maybe we should, instead of like hogging down the. And then let's see if we find the initializer. And I think we can do like string on initializer and then we get the text. I think maybe. Okay. let's check that first.
Oh, you don't even have to reload because it's a
that's
HTTP request.
True that. True that. Opening element.
Opening element false. Okay.
Is it an opening element?
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. So the thing that we're changing is this article, which is an opening element.
So what we can do is, well, is the path? Yeah, let's just look at the path. I wonder if you need to have like a root directory or something.
It's an absolute path. I'm not sure if this thing, because we did set up like a project. So is it relative path, or like does it expect a relative path or an absolute path?
Yeah, and let's get the full text of the file just to see if it's actually there.
See.
Okay, we have the file.
Okay, so that's good.
And then, okay, so then that's all good. It's just, it's not able to JSX opening element gets descendants of.
When you do a kind, is it kind or is it type of kind or kind.type or something? Because you're getting the descendant there, right?
Yeah. But descendants of kind. Yeah, but maybe it's the line number. Okay. I have a strong feeling it's the line number. Okay. Let's just.
Yeah, that's good. It should log true now.
Yeah, but let's. Yeah, it will probably mess up some stuff. But anyways, I'm just thinking it will mess up the code. Maybe. But let's just return. Yeah, let's just return here so that we don't mess up any code.
Sure.
Okay.
True. Nice. Okay.
We have it. So how can we check the line number? Maybe we should just log out. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what is the line number there.
Oh, by the way, opening element now is all the elements. So that's why it was true. So it's even if there aren't any elements there, it's
empty. Yeah.
For each. Let's see, element. Let's get element, get line number, start line number.
Perfect.
Because, yeah, and also, of course, let's console log the actual line number. Line number. Because what I wonder about is that, well, that shouldn't matter. Like, this should really work. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. 28.
Number 28.
Oh, it's not getting any.
It didn't go inside, yeah.
Yeah, so there aren't
an empty
any.
Array. Interesting.
Get descendants of kind. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Specified. Oh, wait, is it kind? Oh, wait.
Oh,
it's, yeah. Of course, we're not actually getting errors because we don't actually have TypeScript. So it's not supposed to be a callback, I think. It's, you just say, yeah, let's try this.
Is it like, when you say descendants, does it also mean nested?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a really good question. Maybe it's, yeah, now we have them. Okay, let's see if it actually runs now. Let's.
I've got line number. I see matching line number as well. I see 28.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so this should just work now.
Let's see.
almost. At least we're getting.
We got old text, new text.
Oh, this is manipulation. A syntax error was inserted. Oh, did we actually change the file now? Oh.
No. So that's smart. If it doesn't compile the new version, it doesn't write it.
Yeah, that's true.
That is impressive. Okay.
Expected. But what the hell does this error mean? Oh, wow. These error messages are the children of the old and new trees were to have the same count. Oh, see here? Oh, we don't have, you see that?
Oh, it's not a string.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta.
We have to make it a string. Yeah. So we should be able to just do, or we can use this. Yeah, I remember this from my code as well. I was thinking like, yeah, let me just insert a string, but the string is the actual text in the code. Yeah. It's not like string. Okay, let's try again.
That one line is like,
it
worked. Go to the code. Let's see if it. Do you see purple? I see purple.
Yes, we do. This
amazing.
This is such. We didn't prepare any of this,
yeah.
Which is kind of crazy that we actually got through all of this and actually made it work. That's crazy.
That's pretty cool. I really like the fact that it doesn't say if there's an error. Because yeah, that's like the first bug that I got with this, where when I commit and it doesn't compile, I just break the app, right? So using UI Devtools could break your app, which is terrible.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
And I wanted to show you how. Let's see. Right, get app source. Yeah, so this is what I do.
Refresh file system. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it keeps it in the project. So I try to get it from the project first, and if it's not there, it will add it to the project. But if it's there, it will refresh from file system before returning it. Yeah, I can put this in. I thought maybe I could create a PR for you, and you can have some snippets. Yeah, because this is what I'm thinking here is that, or what I'm hoping for is like, since you, and this was like with the tool I showed you around state management and stuff. If I didn't have TS-MORPH, I would never build it because it's so much hassle to write this and so exhausting that you're just not motivated by it. But now I'm thinking like doing like prop manipulation as well.
That is exactly what I was thinking. Like a mental fan is spinning.
Yeah.
So because this is based on TypeScript, is it possible to get the potential types, right? Because now we're still in AST land. So we're looking at what props does it already have? Is it also possible to get what props could it have, right? Maybe from the type definition.
Yeah, and because there is, I haven't played with that, but where is this? Utilities. There is like this thing called emitting. No. Details. There is this thing where it can figure out types. Type checker. I haven't played around with it.
I used to say type parameters.
Yeah.
In details. If there's.
Yeah, but that's more like when it's explicitly in the code. Well, I guess you want to like, okay, I have a component here. I want to know the underlying prop type of the component, and then I think you need this type checker, because then it kind of figures out, oh, this is a reference to that variable you imported up there.
Right.
Let me dive into
Right.
that and figure out.
Yeah, you don't want the type of the instance. You want to go like to like the definition and get types there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I'm not sure if this project supports that, but I think maybe it does. But yeah, that's like way trickier. But
I think you could also, so because over here you get what is the JSX opening element, and in the same AST you also get the import, right? So you kind of know which exact component is it.
Yeah.
And then if you can also like, even if this doesn't support fetching types, you could feed the types in.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely figure it out on your own. Or you can ask Eves. He did this stuff with his knobs project. And so if this project doesn't have it in like a simplified API, you can use like the underlying TypeScript library to do it, I think. But but maybe it's enough, like you say, you find the name of the component, you find the import, you open that, and then you find the type for it. Maybe that's enough.
Because the other like annoying part about like components is that you might have it in the same project, but it could also be a dependency, right? Which means like going through the source file might not always give you the types, but the type definition could be sitting right next to it.
Yeah. And also like if you like statically try to like, okay, so you go into the component file, you find the prop type, but then that one of the properties references another type that comes from another file. So and it might be like a union, or like it can be crazy stuff. Well, if you use like an actual type checker or whatever it's called, it will just give you like an object describing the type to its lowest level, which is like string number, stuff like that.
You let it will like, to get the types, it will do the dependency resolution on its own.
So I guess like a blunt implementation would be just like in Tailwind, you kind of know the class names. Like I guess with Chakra, you kind of know the properties based on the name of the component.
It's like if you get the theme, then you kind of like in the warm-up stage you can make all the props or make all the config. But that's not like when it's custom components, then you need to go into like the props layer, like the types layer.
Yeah, exactly.
Play around with the type checker.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But I guess, let me finish it off by creating a, where do we go?
That is impressive. Do you actually end like all your streams with like a PR? Because that's very productive.
Yeah, this is a special stream, Sid. Okay. This is going to stay with me for a long time.
If you're like getting this much done in an hour every morning, then like your day is done.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, remove repository not found. Oh.
Wait, they not have permission to push.
Maybe I don't.
Sorry, let me fix that. Oh yeah, I remember I added you manually, so I might have messed up the permissions. Christian, there we go. Oh, that's not how you do it.
Do I have to? Oh my god. Share and set the remote. Repository not found. Okay, let me just put it in a gist. That's also.
Or push it like off stream when I finally figure out fix permission. You know, the hardest part about permissions that I'm struggling with right now is finding your handle. I have the screen open, but it like GitHub search doesn't give you the exact thing you want. Like it gives me like 5 different Christians I don't know nothing about, but not you. Oh my god. Okay, now I have it. Christian,
Awesome.
you're in. You have right permissions.
Oh, can I try again? It would be nice to
Yes.
kind of finish it off with a.
Like put a bow on.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Magic.
Amazing.
But this is awesome. Yeah, and please let me know if you have any, like I have a bunch of reference code for using the tool, and if you have any questions. But yeah, I'm so happy it was so straightforward. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, like
expression stuff, because that is the hardest part for me. Is the string, and if it's morphing, then that is like complexity. Where if it's an expression, then which part of the expression do you actually touch?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be fun.
So like the way I would do that, like let's check that quickly, like not implement it, but so if you had something like some var plus. So what you can do is that now we're making the assumption it's a string literal.
Yeah.
But you can then check for it being like a binary expression. Like I don't know how many different kinds of things it can be, but I guess this would be like the typical thing.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, yeah, and it can probably be like var foo, like expressions. Oh no, wait, this is being messed up. What's happening here? Doesn't it support it?
Seems correct.
Seems to be.
I think it's only the syntax highlighting that's good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we are.
Attribute.
Yeah. So there we have. Oh, it actually treats it as name var. Oh.
Wait, what's the parent of this? It's
it seems
it's treating them as different JSX attributes. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's parsing it as a. I think maybe it's something. Oh wait, no, we have JavaScript or. Yeah, I have no idea. But anyways, let's do the simple one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like there I guess like limited number of expression types.
Yeah, exactly. So we would basically just have to. So I guess this is the most typical. So yeah, check for binary expression, and then is the left one a string literal or is the right one a string literal? And that's the one you replace.
Right.
And then maybe it's well, yeah, of course there has to be, yeah, and you could probably have like plus. Like it can do crazy stuff. So maybe there's a more generic way of doing it. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
There's also like I think like how people would write that code is also interesting, because I don't think what you have on the screen is like very useful, right? Because you would never like append class names. I mean, maybe you would, but then like there is like you lose all the theming benefits.
Yeah.
A more popular one I see is a conditional, right? If it's selected, then use this class. Otherwise, use this class.
Good point. Yeah.
And I think this would identify true case, false case here.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, that will be the go-to to fix, of course.
And then true, when false, both are string literals. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And then, yeah, you might have like nested turn, like some people, that's like not that common, but it might happen. But yeah. But that's the thing, like you can, like, the supporting just a string will be like 90% of cases. And then if you support this one, you will be at like 98% of cases. And then,
yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, but that's awesome. Cool. I guess that's it. This was a lot of fun. Maybe we can do another one if you meet any like challenges or something, and we can do something similar.
Yeah.
Awesome. I guess we have to get to some actual work.
Yes. I have a one-on-one right now.
Awesome. But this
how do you end your stream? Do you have like a phrase that you do, like smash the like button?
No, I don't. Well, have a good day, I guess. I tend to say that sometimes.
Thank you. You have a good day as well.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.